Hi folks, welcome to the preparedhomestead.com. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, we are supposed to have a big old warm up today. You know, we've been in like the negative and single digit temperatures for days. Overnight, we only got down to 8 degrees. That's a huge win for us. You know, it's been like negative 10 at night. Today we're supposed to get close to 40, 38, 39 degrees, maybe 40 in some places. So that's a big deal. It's been pretty cold. Have you seen the news that's spreading around the last 24 hours that's come out of China? And I'm gonna have to be really careful on this one because we're gonna get close to the no-no area for YouTube. But it's being reported that some information has come out of China that they have developed or mutated a corona, cough thing. I'm going to try to use a few code words, so follow me, okay? Stay with me. A corona cough, and this one's different. This one attacks the brain, and it has a 100% fatality rate, is what they're saying. They used humanized mice, is what they're calling it, which is another word for saying that they bioengineered using, human DNA to make these mice more human. I mean, that just in itself right there, that's talk about trying to play God and an abomination. And it's not the first time. I mean, it's not that this was the first time they've done this to mice, but it just shows you how, in my opinion, perverted and wicked our world is becoming, where we're doing this to nature. We're human. There was one just a few weeks ago of some kind of chimp, monkey, something. I don't remember if it was an ape or a monkey. It doesn't really matter. That they had spliced human DNA into it, and they were concerned of, is this thing enough human to have human rights or whatever. makes you. Those of you that's followed him a while, the old Alex Jones saying that they're making human monkeys and stuff, hybrids, many years ago. So I guess it's just one more notch on his belt that's come true. But no, back to this thing out of China. So I mean, we don't know how true it is. I'm sure there's probably way worse stuff that's being done. If this is the stuff that's being leaked to the public, there's probably way worse stuff being done. But it's interesting that this has come to light just days after this increase in talk from the World Economic Forum and people like them about this disease X. Now, this disease X has been out for a while. They've been talking about it for a year or so. But here lately, they've been talking about it a whole lot more. And the Davos meeting started, I think, yesterday, today, something like that. And that is one of the hot topics, is this disease X. And it's interesting how that's being talked about and how it's going to be, 10 times, 100 times deadlier than, the previous pandemic. And then all of a sudden, this information coming out of China of this extremely fatal corona cough mutant. I don't know exactly where I stand on this. I've given it a lot of thought. I haven't come up with a definitive position. But could this be, or at least maybe not even this one that's being talked about in China, but could this be a little bit more softening of the blow, kind of them telling us what they're planning on doing before it happens? I mean, with all the stuff going on in the world, all the increased conflict, the tensions on nearly every continent, the economy, the fact that, they're worried about, Trump or someone like that taking office, or in other countries doing the same. Having a global pandemic that is extremely fatal, extremely devastating to human society, on the level of the Black Plague or the Spanish flu, something big, much bigger than what we went through 3 or 4 years ago. If there was something like that happened, I mean, I would think that it would fit perfectly in their plan, that it would help catapult their plan even further. And that was another thing that is part of the agenda for the Davos meeting this year, the World Economic Forum meeting, is that they have to regain the trust of the people and show the people that that their agenda is the safest and best thing. That they have to show them. So is showing us the people to be releasing some kind of thing like this? I don't know. I'm not making any claims. I don't want you to think that I'm up here trying to make some ridiculous claims. I'm just saying that it would perfectly fit in their plan, I would think. I mean, you certainly can let me know in the comments, but when you look at what happened before, how many of us, if not everyone watching, thinks that it was, whether purposefully or not, was kind of a beta test, to kind of see how things go, how people would react, how far they could take things. If something like this happened, would it be what they need to fulfill their plan? Now, I know that some people are going to say, and I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but that, well, there's a lot of people now that, because they figured out that the last one wasn't really as bad as it was, and there was a lot of hype to it, that they're going to reject the narrative. That will probably play into their plan too, because think about it. If it starts off and they start talking about it, and a decent percentage of the population says, oh, not another one, big deal, who cares, and they just ignore it, except this time it's the real deal. And then all of a sudden, when people start falling over, deceased all over the place, and it becomes apparent that it is real, it's too late, because it's spread, it's gotten hold, and then people will truly panic. Then people will just lose their minds. And that level of chaos, I would think, is exactly what they want. I don't know. I just find it interesting with all this stuff going on. Yesterday I made a video on locals. I didn't get time to make another video for you guys here on YouTube yesterday afternoon. I've been really busy. We'll be busy again today. Our group, our team is doing some community cleanup. You might see it in this afternoon's video. I haven't decided yet, but I'm getting ready to go for that. But anyways, yesterday's video on locals, I was talking about how, excuse me, how it just seems like the whole world is about ready to light up on fire. There's just wars popping up, or potential conflict everywhere. You've got Iran striking Pakistan now, and Pakistan says they're going to retaliate. You've got, of course, us and Israel and Yemen and Hamas, and then you've got Turkey attacking targets in Iraq, and you've got stuff all over Europe, and they're building up stuff in Africa, Venezuela, China, Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea. The list just keeps going and going and going, and it seems like all the time there's more stuff popping up. And so it has this appearance that the whole world is just about ready to light on fire, which is actually almost verbatim what the Prime Minister of Belarus said just the other day. And of course, he blames the United States, saying that they're just trying to do this. They're trying to exert their power across the world. It's very possibly true. But if you look at the state of just global conflict, you look at the state of the global economy, you've got many countries, including the United States, in recession, or on the verge of recession, or on the verge of depression, or hyperinflation, or massive, massive debt, housing market crises, job crisis, all just on and on. It's you look at the whole state of global affairs, and it doesn't look good when you add it all up. I mean, there's some good things here and there, but when you add it all up, the bad really outweighs the good a lot. And having some type of reset of a big, very, very deadly, very, very scary thing happen. Just, again, trying to be careful with my words. It would, I think, further their reset plan, their plan to enact their big global agenda. So, this is something we have to probably at least be having on our radar. Not knowing any details of this or whatever it might be that gets released or gets spread around, I would think that our best plan of action for right now is to just not be around that many people, not be in concentrated areas. You know, you figure your bigger cities or even moderate-sized cities where there's concentrations of people, things like this are going to spread. When you're out and away from people and you don't have a lot of contact with people, there's a much less likely chance of it. And so keep prepping, keep building your communities, and keep trying to get out and away from people. It really, that's super important. I know many are resistant of that. A lot of you think that you're fine in the cities, and maybe you'll do okay, maybe. But I'd say the odds are better if you're out and away from those places. So I would certainly be making moves on your plans. Don't sit around too long and wait, because the time to wait and to do the things we need to do to get ready is probably wrapping up soon. So I just wanted to pass this along to you. I'm sure there'll be much more expert opinions on this topic in the coming days, because it's just kind of come out. But humanized mice and corona cough that's 100% death rate making in China, and they're worried that it's going to get leaked out into the world. Anyways, you folks have a wonderful day. I will attempt to make a video this afternoon, but we're going to be really busy all day today doing a community project, and we'll see. All right, folks, get your houses in order. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.